Grand evening, Cosmic Flower. How you doing? What's up, Mona Lee? Stack Stones, where I've been just in moving, transition and stuff. But I'll be back in the morning with some readings. I had to get everything set up. It's been, man. I'm trying to tell you, I ain't no young man no more. Temperate Sage, how you doing? What's going on, fam? You know you be having to smell stuff before you start cooking. Go ahead and fix your whatever, Ricky. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. How is everybody? Everybody doing good? All right. Well, I should say. What's going on, Annette? Mystic Sherry. Hey, girl. Ricky, don't be playing with me, okay? You are always welcome. We don't even know, we don't know where you is yet. I was worried about you. Glad you're back. Oh yeah. No, we need to worry. Uh, but thank you though. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I got everything set up. The desk set up. Y'all know me. If it's not if it's foreign kind of, I really can't. It's hard for me to adjust. So I got everything set up, and tomorrow tomorrow morning I'm gonna get back on my readings. I miss you guys. Man, I've been missing y'all too. It's just nothing bad has been going on. Just life be going. Life be life, and I am. I'm doing all right. I'm doing well. I'm blessed and grateful. What's going on, Jill baby? Has to eat me up some New England clam chowder and basics and long day. Mona Lee, I'm about to make some shrimp and grits. That's what I'm about to make. So we're kind of on the same page. Hey Tania, thank you. I know, I've been missing y'all. How's everybody doing though with everything going? We'll get we're gonna do some talking for a little bit here. Um, Before we get started on some serious conversations. Y'all know how we do around these parts. I've been uh I've been kind of dipping in and out of tarot land, so there's only a few people that I watch. Ricky, you're one of them. I always try to show Ricky some love when I see the video, when I get the notifications. What's going on, Big Cat? What's going on, Red House? Yeah. There's of course, Ricky, you already know. You already know how it go. Let me see who else. Yeah, so how's everybody doing, man? So there's been a lot I've been wanting to talk about. Y'all know I have. That's why I'm gonna start. Yeah, I put my Ricky. It'll drive you crazy, and if even if it doesn't drive you crazy, you know, um, from my experience is that I've been gone for a minute or whatever. Oh, Dad, what's going on, Dana? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everybody for being here. One of the things that cause y'all know we psychic AF around this bitch. Okay. Because I've been gone for a minute or whatever, just kind of popping in and out. I heard that, certain people feel like they done knocked me out of the way. Okay. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Kim? Certain people, when you're in a certain lane, people always try to, think that they knocked you out of your way. But when you I want everybody to know this. When you make your mark anywhere or whenever you do whatever you do, knock you out of, can't nobody knock you out your space. It's yours. What's meant for you will always be for you. What's going on? Right? Okay. They shut the government up. The government needs to shut the. Listen. Uh, that's and I'm gonna start. I'm gonna go back to. I'm gonna try it again, Jill. So Jill, Dana, and Ricky, I need all y'all there when I go. When I do like I did before, where I have people come on. Okay, and I'll add y'all as moderators on that on that particular platform. But yeah, Ricky, yeah, don't, because like the whole thing about it was, I'm never ever gonna play like the victim in the situation. But people were, they was kind of messing with me there. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want me here. They didn't want me on the platform. They didn't want me doing this. They didn't want me doing that. And it's been, especially. So I'll just say this: you never compare yourself to anybody else. Your progress is your progress. This is not a competition. But being on these social media platforms and doing what we do, especially if you're in the spiritual community or in the tarot community, it is hard because you know that you're good at what you do, and then you see other people who we all know ain't got a psychic bone in their body, or really kind of represent some things that we don't stand for, and they excel. They seem to be doing a lot better than we are, and they may be doing a lot better than we are on the platform. But again, sometimes I got a little frustrated with that. It was like, man, I put a lot of work into what I do. I'm working very hard, and it doesn't seem to be going the way that I want it to be going. But this is not my plan. It's God's plan. It is. It's the Most High's plan. And so, me being away for a while kind of made me think about some things, put things into perspective, trying to figure out, how I can do this, how I can do that. And the fact of the matter is that when you're doing it by yourself, it's very hard. It's a very hard thing to do. But if I can be an example for anybody, I'll say this: everything that I've done on my channel, I've done by myself. I learned how to do certain things. I got better at certain things, and you just keep going. And if you need to take a break, you need to take a step, because sometimes this energy can be very toxic on here, especially with the witchcraft and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to keep going. Thank you, Stacks. Welcome to the family. Stones, thank you. Yeah, Dana, you better be careful driving. What's going on, Aqua Kiss? And that's the way it goes. You just got to keep going, because Ricky, it took me like almost a year before I actually pretty much got traction on this platform. But it was a consistency. And so y'all know, especially with the way that the world's going now, I've been sitting around, I watch the news, and I said I was going to stop watching the news, but I can't stop watching the news. You know why I can't stop? Well, you are protected, Dana. You know why I can't stop watching the news? I can't stop watching the news because a lot of as above, so below is going on in this world. Okay? A lot of as above, so below is going on in this world. And so we don't have to get all so consumed with it, but we should be very aware of what's going on. Is the orientation right for y'all? I think it's right. I'm just moving over here because I started that stove. But yeah, it's let me see, hold on, I'm gonna take you outside real quick. Where's my because my sister moved out to the burbs. Yeah, we got all this stuff, boxes and stuff. Let me see if I can turn this light on out here. Yeah, we'll come outside real quick while that stove's getting started. Let me see. There we go. Yeah, it's outside, like it's wilderness in the background, which is cool though. There was a bunch of wild turkeys running around. I got the video I record. Look at the dog. Look, he want to come out. Come on. Come on. He's scary too. He ain't used to this. No, it's a nice crib though. Yeah, it's a very nice crib. So yeah, but there's a lot of things going on in this world, y'all. And I don't. Hold on. There's an owl outside too. The owl be howling, and like the dog goes crazy. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, and I appreciate you saying that, because and to be honest with you guys, I really want to thank everybody, especially during this time when I've been like on my hiatus or whatever, because I talk to Jill a lot, and she just like come back, but it's pretty much like I really needed to kind of Well, it ain't my crib, Mona Lee. It's my sister's. I'll be moving in a few months, but my sister's very kind to me, and so we're being there for each other, and it's been very nice to be with my sister. So this her crib though, not mine, but it is very nice though. Once we get all moved in or whatever, I'll probably show everybody what it looks like because it's very my brother-in-law does a very good does a very good job of getting he does a lot of he's a contractor, so he's hooking it up. It's nice over here too. Um, but no, so I appreciate everybody, and if Teresa, if you're watching, I really really appreciate you too. All right, uh, for real, from the bottom of my heart. Um, but no, it's we've been I don't know, I really kind of been doing a lot of thinking about stuff, and I'm like, man, this world is going crazy. And somebody left a very good message underneath one of my the last live that I did when I was talking about Charlie Kirk. And so if you're watching, I appreciate that as well. You know, I can receive some things too. So basically what she said is that, think about, maybe you should think about the energy that you're projecting out into the world, as far as negativity is concerned, and this, that, and the third. And I read it, and then at the bottom she left something very nice for me, and I appreciate that because we are living in this world. A lot of us, we live in this world. We're just not of this world. A lot of us aren't. And I don't know if any of us, I don't know if any of us are of this world. What's going on, Carlo? Nice to see you here. I was hoping JJ might pop in, but we'll see what happens. Let me see. So yeah, with this whole thing with this government shutdown, all these different things. But it's all of it is just a really evil distraction, y'all. It's a very evil distraction. It is. And so you might hear some popping and cracking because Uncle Savage is in the kitchen, y'all. Um, you might, it's all just the evil. It's all just a distraction from everything else that's going on. And so, that's what I'm starting to notice too. But I don't know. How does everybody else feel about what's going on? Because I'm telling you, I'm not, just based upon what history has taught us, y'all, we in for a world of trouble. And I hate to say that, and I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just being honest. We are in for a world of trouble. We changed the Department of Defense to the Department of War. So that's basically like somebody walking around. You know how you can walk around and say, if I don't fuck with you, don't fuck with me? That's the Department of the Defense. As long as you stay in your lane, I'll stay in mine. The Department of War is like a bully. Like, I will beat your ass. Try me. Try me. You're inviting that kind of energy in. Hey, Cool Karma. What's going on? Good to see you here. Hold on, because hold on, let me see. I should have did this a long time ago. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I can, Carlo, when I'm on the computer, I can translate what you're saying. I don't read Spanish, but I don't speak Spanish. But let me see. Somebody in this bitch do. Who speaks Spanish in here? Dead ass. I usually translate it. But no, so I just really kind of feel we are in a world of trouble. We have, if you guys cannot believe this, we have been, what's up, Shamika? Good to see you. Um, we have been, this has not even been a whole year yet, y'all. And I know people get mad. I lost thank you, Ricky. I love you for your 10th super on the live stream. Thank you very much, Ricky. So I'm really kind of like, when I think about everything that's going on, right? And thank you for that comment, Ricky, earlier. I was like, oh, that's sweet. Because I was about to cut all this off. Today I was like, I'm about to shave it all off. I'm about to go to a low fade, a low Caesar cut. And then when I gave it a good wash and condition, and I said, nah, I'll keep it. I just got to line it. I'm going to line it up tomorrow. I got a wedding to go to on the 17th, so I'll probably get it braided or something, have my niece braid it. But no, so What we do know is this though. This is my theory, and you know, we'll come back and revisit this once if it doesn't happen, and I hope it doesn't happen because I don't want it to happen. Keep the hair. All right. It is actually very long. It's just curly as hell. So this is my theory. Okay. I just grew it out. Not really for braids, but I just kind of grew it out. My theory is that there is this was a plan from the very beginning, especially like what's going on in Russia. Because you know that's Donald Trump boy. And you know, I said I wasn't gonna say his name on my videos no more. So I came up with a name. I think I'll just call him Taco. I lost a bunch of subscribers though after my Charlie Post video, and guess what? I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You know, because I heard somebody that I watch on here, and he made a very good point. We're not obligated between the shutdown and the boats. That boat in Venezuela shit. Oh my God. I can't even believe well, yeah, I can. I can believe it. I can believe that's exactly what's happening. Because when I saw it, I was like, that is crazy. Hold on, you guys. Y'all know I'd be in the kitchen. No, but I thought it was crazy that when I saw because how do they know? You know, you can't just be going out blowing up boats because you think there's something on there. That's crazy. But you know, hey, what did I say? See, this is what I'm saying. People need to start listening to me. People need to start listening. What did I say months ago? That what was going on in California, all these different places with ICE, that this was just a testing ground. I told y'all that. I told you guys that. It was a testing ground to see how far he can go. And I cannot, but did anybody watch the address to all those majors and generals from the Army? First of all, it was stupid to do that and then tell everybody you were doing it, because when generals leave their post, that leaves our troops vulnerable. It leaves the post vulnerable. Isabel, yeah, I'm straight. Thank you for asking. How are you? I just really feel like when he said that they're going to start using the United States, that some of these cities here as testing grounds, I watched Mona Lee. Listen, I was like, first and foremost, Pete Hegseth. If I were any of those generals, but you know they can't. What's going on, Kate? I'm glad everybody's here. Thank you. I thought it was very kind of, you know what it kind of reminds me of? It's like getting lectured by your kid. I was like, who in the this? And what they said too. Nice to see you here too. What they said is that he couldn't even pass any of the physical tests or whatever they have in the military for him to even become a general or to get a higher rank. So who in the hell is he to be telling anybody what they are or not going to do? You know, this is all just a really bad reality show. It's a bad reality show. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of a really bad reality show. And that's what it is. I don't care what anybody says. You know, Ronald Reagan was an actor before he became a president. You know, he was an actor, he was in entertainment, but he was also very much public service. He was about public service. And you know what? And I could be very well wrong about that, but I feel like I have to look that up, because wasn't Ronald Reagan like somebody? I have to look it up, but I think Ronald Reagan was in public service before he didn't leave acting and then go to politics. I could be wrong about that, but Donald Trump can never hold a candle to any other president that has ever, well, except Nixon. Except Nixon, because he's following in the same footsteps. I said I wasn't gonna say his name, didn't I? Taco. Yeah, Taco. Taco could never hold a candle to any of these presidents, not even Nixon. Well, and so now, you know what? I'm telling you, it's kind of like getting into a marriage with somebody, moving out of the country, and you're stuck. and you're stuck. And you're stuck. So I guess my question is, what are we gonna do? Spiritually speaking, because we have to look at things like that. Spiritually speaking, it's, from what I know spiritually, this is supposed to be going down. It's supposed to be happening. So it's kind of like, you remember the movie The Omen? It's kind of like that. It's supposed to happen. Because the other day I was thinking, is this motherfucker the Antichrist? I was like, is this dude the Antichrist, man? But no, it's because it's bigger than that, you guys. It is very bigger than that. I know. No, for real. And Trump, Taco, okay? Taco was just a vehicle for Project 2025. Because people are so involved with like celebrity. Did anybody see the gold statue of Taco holding the Bitcoin? I kind of understand that a little bit, Carlo. Hold on, because I'm gonna have to grab my phone because Carlo be speaking the truth too. Okay, so this is what it truly is, y'all. And I'm just keeping it a buck. He's first and foremost, I don't really feel like he's gonna make it to the end of the term anyway. Once it all starts and they get what they want, he's a done deal. You understand me? He a done deal. They're gonna find a way to get rid of. Hey, what's going on, Kristen? You feel the same too, Jill? Yeah, they're gonna find a way to get rid of him. And like I said before, I know if he's not already, that could be. I don't understand what's. Well, I started to post something yesterday, but I deleted it and I said I'm just gonna say it out loud. Y'all know for a while I worked in a assisted living facility, senior living home community, and I worked right next to the dementia. I was a concierge there, and I worked in the dementia care unit. So I know what sundowning looks like. I know what people that have, and my grandmother has Alzheimer's. You know what I'm saying? So it's like something is wrong with this dude. But what's really crazy? What's going on, Cheryl? You're just enjoying the drama show? I gotta admit, it's kind of interesting it's intriguing to watch how a madman can become the chief executive officer of the United States of America. We are in trouble, y'all. Hold on, let me just make sure that I'm at 72. I got time this evening. But I just think that it's very unusual how all the country's leaders are working together. Yep, that's another thing too. Well, Kim Jong-un, Putin, and who was the other one they got with? There were three of them. They all got together and did not involve Taco. Didn't involve Taco at all. And so, that kind of pissed him off. Well, I think that's very important. But so, like with the whole thing with the generals, part of their oath is to follow orders from anybody in the military has to follow orders from the president of the United States. What's going on, Patricia Perry? Thank you everybody for being here for this conversation tonight. I'm coming back tomorrow with readings. I couldn't do it today because I had to get everything set up, but I'll be back tomorrow with readings. I just really they have to do whatever he says. Alyssa. Hey, they have to do whatever they have to do whatever he says. And so what I thought was very interesting is how this administration alienates everybody that's not a part of this whole, MAGA code, because he was speaking as if he was speaking to everybody as if they were all Republicans. Yes. Yes, Kristen. Listen, so no, exact. Well, they're not. Everybody that was sat in that audience is not a Republican. It's not a part of MAGA, but he knows that they can't say anything because that would be considered like treason. You could be court-martialed for that. You could go to jail for that. Something is wrong. Something is wrong with that dude. Old Bay is really good on fried chicken too. If anybody ever wants, if you ever fried chicken, Old Bay is really good on fried chicken too. I'd be, you know what? I would be, I don't know. It's just crazy, y'all. Yeah, something's wrong with them, Carlo. Yeah. They got something's going on in here with these people because now we're all stuck with this mess. But again, I said it before. This is supposed to happen because a lot of people in this country, maybe even myself included, have taken our freedoms and our liberties for granted. You know, just like the whole thing with Jimmy Kimmel. Hello, hello, Tammy. The whole thing with Jimmy Kimmel. So my thoughts on the Jimmy Kimmel thing. If you really want to know what I think, I think a lot of these celebrities who claim to be all liberal, I feel like behind the scenes are Republican. That's what I feel like. I feel like behind the scenes they're Republicans. And there's nothing wrong with being Republican. Whatever you choose to do is whatever you choose to do. Whatever party you choose to affiliate yourself with is whatever you choose to do. There's something else there. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Something seems because they're all a part of this whole Hollywood thing, and we already know what that is. That's outside of Republican and Democrat. That's something else. That's what I think. I truly feel like that. I don't, to be honest with you, I don't trust none of them. I don't trust no Republican, and I damn sure don't trust no Democrat. Because this was the other thing too. So the government shuts down. So with all these troops are deployed around the world and in the cities, like the National Guard, they gotta work until they don't get paid. They don't get paid. But the senators do. These people that are stalling the government, whether it's Republican or Democrat, they all get paid. Why the government shut down, but they get paid. But these troops don't get paid. The people that are protecting this country don't get paid. What kind of shit is that? Those should be the people that should be getting paid, and the people in government shouldn't be getting paid. They said they're going to try to introduce some type of legislation to where, if there's a government shutdown, that none of the people that are in the Senate get paid, but that'll never happen. It's in the Constitution. They got to get paid. Child, this country was built on a lot of things. This country was built on a lot of things that are no longer no longer even a thought in anybody's mind. But because it's in the Constitution, it's there. I mean, yes, there was an amendment. I mean, the fact that there's an amendment in the Constitution that declares black people human is weird to me anyways. It's not weird, it's evil. That's some evil. That's evil. The fact that women couldn't even vote is weird to me too. So women couldn't vote either. Women couldn't vote. Black people couldn't do this. And as far as the immigration issue is concerned, I feel like if people are here and they're paying their taxes and it ain't bothering nobody, why is it such a big deal? Because they want to make America great again. But they're thinking about that gilded golden age kind of stuff. But I don't know. I don't know. I was really out, to be honest with y'all. I was really kind of bothered what happened with Charlie Kirk as well. It may not have seemed like it to people, but I was bothered by that because, well, and before I go on, I would like to take a moment of silence for Asada Shakur. Shakur? Yeah. I was really sad to hear about her passing, but she did that. She did that. Okay. So rest in heaven, baby. Asada Shakur did that. So listen. We already know where we're all going. No, we don't want to go there either because it's not even easy down there. I'm I'm really glad that she lived a very good life down there. Oh, Dana. So Asada Shakur is Tupac Shakur's godmother. She was a Black Panther, and I think it happened in like on a New Jersey Turnpike back in the '60s. Um, well, anyway, there was they were being because she was a part of the Black Panther Party, and they got stopped by some state troopers who were just pulling them over because they were black. A shootout happened, and the state trooper got shot and was unalived. And oh, I'm sorry, Dana. I'm trying to explain it. Did you hear a girl on TikTok talking so bad about her people? Talking so bad about her people went off on her. Dana knows. I don't know. I thought that's what you was talking about. But no, my bad. Well, yeah. No, I didn't hear. I don't. I have a TikTok account. I'm gonna start getting back on TikTok too because I'm starting to really kind of figure out what this social media thing is. Because I haven't had it all figured out. Like I never would say that I had it all figured out. Um, but I'm starting to really kind of understand what the assignment is. And so yeah. But no, the thing is that there's a lot going. I saw it on YouTube, man. I couldn't even watch it all. I just, if anybody hasn't noticed all these pew pewings, all of this discourse, this is not good at all. And the fact that people feel so emboldened to just kind of be just kind of like these very kind of dangerous, evil, wicked people based upon who the leader is of this free world is very scary. And so now we're at a place right now where we are, you know what? I'm not even gonna say that. You know what I'm gonna say? This is supposed to happen so that the world can see who people truly are. Because I can guarantee you, there are a lot of people out there who thought that they had good friends until their good friends started to see that they're. Hey, Angelina. She said, I thought I heard something sizzling. I thought it was Carmix at first. Oh, cooking them bitches up over here. Oh, that's fine. I don't know where the fan is. I don't know if the fan. Hold on, y'all. Isn't this a fan under here? Right here. You smelling it downstairs? Oh. Hold on, y'all, because I got to take this out. You thought we was over here cooking up Carmix? Roasting them bitches? It should be up here or something like that, but I don't know. Oh, I could open up this one. Right here. Hold on, y'all. Huh? Hold on, y'all. I'm just getting this stuff out the pan here. Yeah. What's going on, Trina? Oh, there they go. Yeah, so I feel like by the end of the year, there's gonna be a lot of things coming out. We need to release the Epstein. We need to release the Epstein files. Okay, that's gonna happen, and that's when the shit's gonna hit the fan. The shit's gonna hit the fan, then. Watch what I tell you. I know. Buildings are collapsing. I mean, there's a lot of things going on at a very high capacity, I feel like, They ain't gonna do it as long as tacos. You know what? Sugar baby Trina. No, you know what it is though, Jill. Now they have to. They don't have a choice because there was just a newly elected Democrat for the House of Senate, and that's why they haven't sworn her in yet. That's why they haven't sworn her in yet. Because she's the deciding vote to release the Epstein files. She's the one deciding vote. She's the one deciding vote. I'll see you tomorrow, Isabel. Thank you for being here. I love you. Have a good night's sleep, baby. Mwah. But yeah, that's pretty much. Who is he back there barking at? Yeah, so they're gonna have to. But the thing about it is too. Did anybody hear about Speaker of the House Mike Johnson? I know the victims are the victims. Like I always say, we are all the evidence of what people have done. Good night, sweet dreams. You all right out there? You want to come in? When I tell y'all that my sister's dogs are spoiled, okay? He be kicking open the door at night, jumping in the bed. It's a sweet dog, though. No, but so the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, he's caught up in some type of gay scandal, being on Grindr. That's about to come out, too. But the one thing that I've always wondered is how in the world are they saying... Think about this, y'all. I want everybody to think about this real quick. Just give it one quick thought. They're doing all this cracking down on sex traffickers and pedophiles, this, that, and the third. But have you noticed that there's not a single individual in the House of Senate that has been arrested? Doesn't that seem weird to y'all? How the hell are you going to be cracking down on pedophiles and they all sitting in Senate? That's why they don't want them Epstein files released. That's exactly why. I'm telling you what I know. You can't tell me that were none of these people involved with Epstein that are sitting in Senate. They're all sitting around sweating like hoes in church. I swear they are. That's why they don't. Republicans and Democrats alike. It's not just a Republican thing. It's a Democratic thing. It is a rich and powerful thing. It's these people in government things. And like I said, I used to live down in Rochester, Minnesota. And I'm telling you, and I used to work at a hotel when I first moved down there. And you would be surprised at the clientele that came in there, the clients, the customers that came in there. They would be because they would come in time for like the male clinic. And so I worked at the Hilton Garden Inn down there. And so they would come in, get their rooms, and they would be like, like sheiks and royalty from like overseas or whatever. And you know what they would be doing? Epstein kind of stuff. I swear to God. I never witnessed it myself, but I would hear about it. And so, yeah, that's all it is. Because like I said, people always want to make it like only like Republicans are in these files, this, that, that. No, it's a lot of these people that are in these files, okay? And to be honest with you, if you really want to know what I think that's why Ellen DeGeneres moved her ass out of town, out of the country. She on there too. Believe that. Something like that. Because why else would you move out? Why else would you be moving out of the country? Rosie O'Donnell's different. She had to get away from, Taco. I think so too, Jill. Jill, I think so too. I really do. And I hate to say that because, I liked her as as an entertainer. But no, she was crooked too, and I feel like that's what happened to her DJ. Twitch. Let me turn this off. Because one of my my niece does not want shrimp and grits. She wants shrimp fried rice. So I gotta make some shrimp fried rice. Gotta put. Let's see. What's going on, Marlo? I just saw your comment from like a month ago, and I couldn't respond to it for whatever reason from the way that they have it set up now. Good to see you here, family. I love you. I'm so glad to see you. I'm always happy when you pop in. I'm making some shrimp and grits and some shrimp fried rice. Yeah, it's about to get real stanky around this bitch in the United States of America. Because when people finally figure out that they've been supporting pedophiles and sex traffickers, it's about to be a mess. But so my thing about it is why not? Well, if there's nothing to hide, then why can't everybody just see? We are, still, yeah. I know. I saw your handle. I couldn't change it. I don't watch TV anymore, as real life is just. You know what? You know what I watch now at night. So I pay attention because if I could go back to school, I probably would go back to school for either law or sociology because I'm very much intrigued and I love how things can happen in government. That's what I like. I like how things can actually be changed. And I just have kind of one of those minds or whatever. I like to talk about stuff, debate stuff. But you know what I'll be watching? I'll be watching Old School, Outer Limits, and The Twilight Zone. Bam! That's what I watch. And even if you watch an Alfred Hitchcock. So no, I try not to get too involved in what's going on, especially in these cities or whatever. It's very sad to see what we already knew was going to happen, y'all. But the sad part about it is it's kind of like, I feel like a lot of people have buyer's remorse. You know how when you buy something and you're like, I don't even want this no more, but you keep it anyways instead. I don't feel like I'm not going to take it back. I don't want nobody knowing I'm taking it back. It's kind of like that. But what people also have to realize too is this is not just a United States thing. This is a global thing. This is not just happening here. Did you see how Putin has been flying into restricted airspace? That's like somebody going like this. Don't touch me. I'm not touching you. Don't touch me. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. See, I'm right here, but I'm not touching you. And the moment that somebody strikes back, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. As soon as somebody shoots down one of those, and Taco keeps saying, "Shoot it down." Yeah, he wants it. He wants them to shoot it down so that Putin can go, because it's all about starting this war. I'm telling you, the original Star Trek series. That's a good one. Dana, I'm glad you made it back home, baby. But no, they're trying to get this war kicked off. People make. I'm telling you guys. Do you know how these companies, these steel manufacturers, these weapon manufacturers, however this works, they make so much money during wartime. Why do you think they're trying to clear out Gaza? Why do you think they're trying to clear out Gaza? So Trump can go over there, Taco can go over there and build a golf course to make it look like Vegas? Hell no. That's ridiculous. That's really ridiculous. Marlo, that's my next thing. That's my next thing. For real. Because it's sad, because at a certain point, I mean, even like right now, could you imagine being somebody in the service? I know we going all over the place with the conversation, but we're getting there. Could you imagine being someone in the service who, or like an air traffic controller, and you got to go to work, and it's already under shitty conditions anyway, and you got to go to work, and you ain't finna get paid, and you don't know how long this is gonna last? I wouldn't get on a plane to listen. Somebody could buy me a ticket to come anywhere in the world, all expenses paid. You want me to get on a plane right now when air traffic control, like essential workers, they're not getting paid? Hell no. Bitch having a bad day, that'd be a bad day for us all. And then I was thinking about the National Guard that has to go to these cities and do things that they don't want to do, but they have to take orders. That's not cool. That's going to create more discourse. That creates more discourse. Because we don't all worked at jobs before, and we've been tired of the conditions. We don't went to work like, I don't give a fuck about this job. I don't give a fuck about what I'm doing either. I don't know, y'all. I feel. Did you know you can travel on some cargo ships as a paid passenger? No. Please email me that info. Please, for real, I ain't lying. What? The good thing about traveling on water is maritime laws. Well, if you're not a lawbreaker or nothing like that, you're good. But like maritime laws are something completely different. I didn't know that. Wow, I did not know that. Thanks for that info, Angelina. That's really kind of like, I thought the UK would be the first place I would go, but no, Canada. I've been there before. It's a very beautiful place. I've been there about 3 or 4 times. Well, actually 4 or 5. We were checking to travel to Egypt, Florida to Alexandria in 2 weeks. That's not that. You know what? But I guess I don't see. I'm kind of like that too. I don't want to fly. Yeah, Tammy, that's some good info, isn't it? I wonder what the accommodations are like, though. What are the accommodations like, Marlo? Do you know? I mean, it's obviously not a cruise ship, but if you're trying to get the hell out of somewhere, 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. What do you know what the accommodations are like? I'm really kind of intrigued by that now. No, you got to bunk with Popeye the Sailor, and he been in the waters for a long time, Ricky. They have a basic room, shower, bed, and shared meals with crew. No entertainment or pets. Really? Oh wow, I'm looking. I'm gonna have to look in. I could do that. I really would do that. I did not. Thanks for that information. So you can do that to just go like. So if you want to go on a cargo ship, and let's say like from Florida to, as long as where the cargo ship goes, if you can make it to the cargo ship, you can just travel with them. I didn't know that. That's, it actually kind of does make sense, because cargo ships would pretty much be like airplanes, because who wants to pay for a cruise if you're just trying to get somewhere but you don't like to fly? That's really kind of piqued my curiosity too. Yeah, thank you for that information. I didn't know that. That's because I'm telling you now. I was just telling my sister the other day, I don't feel comfortable getting on no planes. It ain't even just about them crashing. Okay, I'm gonna look it up on YouTube, man. And you just share the meals with the crew, and they be eating good on there too. It might take you a lot longer, but to me, I just kind of feel like that's a lot safer than flying these days. Because the way that everything is going in this country and in the world, no. Wipe that off. I should have started making this rice. Jill, just come pick me up. I'll meet you on the coast. I'll meet you on the coast of South Carolina. Or somewhere over there. Or I'll just come to Texas. We can leave from there. Alright. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. Jill, I'll be a stowaway on that boat real quick. Still unpacking. They can't swim, Ricky. That's a myth. Now they may be able to walk on ocean floors, but they ain't swimming. And best believe, what you been watching World War Z? Stop watching it. Don't watch that no more. I find it really hard to believe that a zombie gonna catch my ass. I don't think so. not from how I understand things. Brains my ass. They looking for brains and shit. If they looking for brains, half the people that we know, they ain't gonna be. They gonna walk around and talking about brains. Well, that bitch is stupid. Okay, Ricky. If you ask me that again, I'm never speaking to you again. Hell no. A zomboat? You might have been, what you was watching that on Tubi? They make great floats, huh? Yeah, as long as their face is down. Zomboat? Are you kidding me? Ricky, tell me that that's a lie. Ricky, I'm going to put you in the corner. What's going on, Avita? Thank you for being here. I'm going to put you in the corner. That's not a real show. I don't want to hear it, Ricky. Nope. I'll stick to Alfred Hitchcock. Zombo. What the fuck is that? I never heard of that bullshit. You got to be bullshitting me. Zombo. Leave it up to you, Ricky. Leave it up to you. I'll leave it up to you. That's a real show. Some shrimp and grits and some shrimp fried rice. I guess I can cook it all. It's British. Oh, it might be good then. Once you said it's British, I'm like, well, maybe. So what are they? They're stuck on. Ricky, I'll look it up. I don't want to talk about it right now because you just pissed me off with that Zombo. Zombo. I ain't never heard of that shit before a day in my life. Oh, you gave me something to look up tonight. Oh, Zombo. And Ricky, when I come back online tomorrow, I'm gonna talk shit if it's garbage. They're mostly moldy. They're mostly moldy. Angelina. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm glad you caught me live. I'll be back online tomorrow morning. It's real. I googled it. A zombie apocalypse is unleashed in scaring the shit out of me. My niece just scared me. Birmingham and sisters Kat and Joe, together with unlikely travel companion Sonny and Amar, must flee for their lives by canal boat. That might actually be good. That might actually be good. Okay, Ricky, I'm sorry I doubted you. Can you do what? What? Hurry up. No, up here. No. Up here.
I know, I'm not the one down here. I don't want to get in that camera.
Well, you just said it in front of us.
Today I got bit by a dog. The dog bit my ankles.
A dog bit your ankles?
Yeah.
Where at?
At the store.
What you want me to do about it? So a dog bit my niece's ankles and she want me to go to the store to get the dog. So I can get bit too? I don't think so, but. Alright, so I gotta make you some rice. Nanny was supposed to put it in the Instant Pot. Go get the dog. Shut up, Jill. You're not supposed to be on her side. Leigh got bit by a dog today. No. So I can buy it back? You know, if I buy the dog back, I'll be in jail. That's not happening. I'll be in jail. They'll find a way to lock me up. I'm going to check that show out, though, Ricky. I don't know if we're supposed to wipe this while it's hot. Bam. Should I just make the rice in the pan? In the pot?
The rice.
For her.
Oh, I don't care why you say that in here.
Oh, well, I thought you was going to
Do what?
put the rice in the Instant Pot.
Oh, no, I wasn't, but I will, I guess. Because I gotta get some order in here.
This is for the grits there. Is that enough?
They can make her own rice. Well, you gotta learn. Come on. Get the pot.
Think
I'm
that,
gonna get you settled. You
think-
ain't
you
cooperate.
think I'm a personal chef?
I'm going to take
She said, yeah, y'all.
Look hot.
your hot.
I said look hot.
That's the pot. As I'm concerned, if you don't want to use that, you could use a smaller pot and do it on the stove.
Or I can just saute the shrimp with some vegetables and eat them over some noodles. That's what I would do.
But then I'm not gonna wash off this top of it
No, so yeah.
afterward.
But we're gonna have a lot. We're gonna have a lot to talk about moving forward.
What's to do today, please?
I'm all Chef Savage, or they call me Chef Boyardee. Okay.
Yeah, a southern time would have been nice.
Are you coughing because of the smoke?
And I am.
From the smoke in the kitchen?
Yeah,
It's not even. Is it smoky in here, Lance?
it is to me.
Oh.
I just came from downstairs.
Oh.
Why didn't I turn it on?
You have to press rice. The rice button.
Oh, let me put this.